Hi guys.
Hey, Raz.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Where should I sit?
I have to sit in the... I need to sit in the front because I have my bad eye.
I don't think it
Your
matters.
wings are gonna be blocking my vision.
What if I sit on
Oh
one of the posts?
shit, hold on.
Go
You know
ahead,
what?
sit
I'll
on the
fly
post.
sit. And if Lazarus tells me to sit down actually, I'll sit down actually.
I don't think you can.
That's a
There
good
you go.
We're just in here.
Hi dear.
Your feet smell.
I just took a shower.
I now have a better view
Your
of
feet
Lord.
are stinky.
the lesson than everybody else.
We're the same height.
Oh,
Nonsense. Okay, but I'm sat on something. At least I'm sat down, technically.
that seems
You can sit on air.
uncomfortable.
I'm technically not sitting in this.
Yeah. You just sit on air, technically.
Isn't that
And
like
then-
poking you?
Nope.
Isn't it in your like butt?
He's made out of wood.
Oh yeah, I
But-
know, but like, whatever.
Isn't it getting right in between your joints?
Not really.
That looks like it's just not comfy. And I sleep on gold.
Interesting.
Well, I still don't understand why you sleep in gold. It's so uncomfortable. Oh, hey, Lazarus.
Yeah?
Why are you on top of a lantern?
To get a better view of everything.
I'm actually going
He was
to
down with the
go
bookshelves.
Right. Wait, on the...
I think he's a little hallucinating already.
It's illusional. Where did Cupcake go?
Cupcakes coming?
Interesting.
They didn't know Cupcake was interesting.
Yeah.
I should get my flowers then.
Alright. Find a seat, Cupcake.
Hi, Cupcake.
Yep. Alright, looks like that's everyone, so I will be beginning the lecture. Well, in just a moment. Make sure all my things are ready. Right then. Perfect. Alright, class, is everybody ready?
No.
Aye, aye, Captain.
I'm ready.
Right then. I believe everybody is ready. Now then, if you have any questions, feel free to raise your hand, and I will call on you to, where you can, speak your question. Please do not call out randomly during the lecture, or else I will beat you incessantly with a yardstick. Is that clear? And straight
Yeah.
in the back.
Why a yardstick? And why
Because
beat
that's
us?
what I have handy. Because I told you not to speak out of, while I'm speaking my lecture.
That's abuse.
Yes. Anyways.
You could put snow down your shirt again.
Yeah,
No.
do you want me to throw a bunch of snow at you? Or frost?
No.
Exactly.
Definitely not a frostbolt.
I was wanting to go to school.
Get ready, everyone. Make sure you have your notes prepared and all that sort of jazz. We'll be starting with the beginning of the universe. Before there was anything, there were multiple forces, multiple elements. Some say it was light and dark, some say it was order and disorder, some say it was all four, perhaps even 6 different elements. But what we can all agree happened was a large explosion of magic. Different magic scattering throughout the cosmos. Be it nature magic, disorder, light, order, shadow, or death. all accumulated in different places. And from these forces came beings known as the First Ones. These First Ones are known as the First Ones, well, because they were the first. There's been no other life in the entire dark beyond except these First Ones. In ancient lore, it is said that these First Ones gave up a small fraction of their power to create different pantheons that would soon make up the sort of fabric of life, the fabric of eternity itself. These being, of course, the Pantheon of Light, the Pantheon of Life, Pantheon of Order, Pantheon of Shadow, Pantheon of Death, and the Pantheon of Disorder. What we will be focusing on today will be the Pantheon of Order, which arcane magic is derived from. So, from what we understand as a species and as a society in general, the first beings of order, well, first proper beings of order that were not the first ones, are known as Titans. Now, these Titans end up emerging from a planet, a world soul. In fact, it's extremely rare, only about 1 in a billion would ever have one. And the planet I come from, Azeroth, just so happens to be one of those planets. And thus, there is an excess of order magic in there. And from order magic comes arcane. Now, these Titans, their first one that awoke, being a Titan known as Aman'Thul, started searching the cosmos in search of, well, other of his kind. So he wasn't alone in his whole grand scheme of things. Along the way, he came across many other, well, not many, actually very few Titan souls. One of them being, well, a very important one, being completely honest. If my notes will want to actually fucking work. There we are, thank you. One of them being Norganon. Now, Norganon is notable for being the keeper of celestial magic in the lore. They are the guardian of magic amongst the cosmos, and they are the utmost master of all sorts of arcane magics, and most knowledge. Along with Norganon and Aman'Thul, there was Ionar, the Lifebinder, protector of life and nature and such, Golganeth, the Lord of Skies and Roaring Oceans, who, well, he was a lot about the natural world of things. There was Khazgroth, the Shaper and Forger worlds, the ultimate craftsman, the sheer pinnacle of what they could reach. And then there was also Agramar. Agramar was found by a different Titan by the name Sargeras. Now, Agramar was the lieutenant to Sargeras, and Sargeras was possibly one of the strongest Titans, known as the Defender, who then betrayed the rest of the Titans and became the Destroyer, forming the Burning Legion and joining forces under Disorder, which generally goes into the magic of Fel, which is also known as demon magic. So, from all of this, we get our general, well, order of magics in the cosmos. When Azeroth was young, it had 5 different elements on it. The element of fire, air, earth, water, and spirit. Now, one of these elements we do not see today, that being spirit. That is because, when the world was young, Azeroth had actually consumed the element of spirit. And thus, it threw the other elements out of order. Now these elements, ruled by the elemental lords, began rampaging around the world. The elemental lord of fire being Ragnaros, the elemental lord of wind being Alakir, the elemental lord of earth being Therazane, and the elemental lord of water being... oh, what was his name again? They don't come off that often. Well, they're not really important.
Which one were you thinking of?
Tidekeeper. It was a whole sort of thing. The elemental lord of water. You're a timekeeper.
Oh, what was his name?
Exactly.
It starts with an
doesn't really
A.
matter. But that doesn't matter towards this. So, these forces had fought for years, millennia, untold millions, perhaps hundreds of thousands, perhaps even billions. We don't really know. However, we do know one day, beings hit Azeroth. Parasites known as the Old Gods had actually struck the planet itself. They ingrained themselves like parasites usually do. They were corrupting the world soul that lie in its side of it, trying to twist it to their own dark whims. Now, if they had been, well, if they were not stopped, then all of Azeroth could be ruled by shadow, by evil beings, by all sorts of stuff. Things we do not quite like. Oh, hello, Evelin. Oh. I'm in the middle of a lecture, please. If you
I
would
know,
refrain from throwing things at me.
I'm here to fact check you.
Heyo.
Well then. Where was I? I might have just lost my train of thought.
Old ones.
Yes, the old ones, right, thank you. So, with all these old ones about, they would have taken over the entire world if not stopped by the Titans. The Titans came and, well, they realized that Azeroth... They realized that Azeroth was in fact a world soul, and there lied one of their kin inside of it. And, by their readings, it would be the most powerful Titan inside of Azeroth. So, they began working to cure Azeroth of its old god infestation. First, Aman'Thul ducked down with his hands and ripped out the old god known as Yasharaj from Azeroth. This, however, had unforeseen, well, consequences. As he ripped the Titan out from the planet, there was a gaping wound left over. A gaping wound of pure arcane energy. This arcane energy ended up being known as the Well of Eternity. The Well of Eternity is a very, very important piece of Azerothian history, as eventually it was discovered by a mortal species, actually. This mortal species were the Dark Trolls, and the Dark Trolls ended up drawing from its magics and evolving into the Night Elves, what we know today. Now, I'm getting ahead of myself. There is still some pre-history that we must learn. That being the dragons.
Yeah! Woo!
Yes,
yeah!
yes. We love dragons here.
Yeah! Not biased. Not biased.
Right. Now, back after all of the ordering had happened, after the, old gods were pulled out and all that stuff, there was proto-dragons, our ancestors, that roamed the earth, roamed mostly the northern-most area of Kalimdor, as at this time, the entire world was one megacontinent. Such as, I've read that Earth had something known as Pangea. It is similar to that, if you're familiar. It is the one supercontinent of Kalimdor. And us proto-dragons, well, our ancestors, the proto-dragons, inhabited the north. There they hunted all across, grazing and attacking their things, getting prey, all that sort of good stuff, However, there was one. There was one known as Galakrond, whose hunger knew no bounds. They were rather intelligent and rather ravenous. They ended up growing to incredible size, becoming possibly the largest living being on Azeroth ever seen. And as they ate, as they consumed, all would fall into its mouth and then be resurrected as nasty undead. It would eat its own kin, creating undead proto-dragons which roamed and carried out his horrible, horrible whims until Galacron got even more hungry and started eating those he had already killed. And eaten and turned undead, you know. Then, a brave amount of proto-dragons, 5 in total, banded together to stop him. There was Alexstrasza. There was Ysera. There was Neltharion. There was Nosdormu.
Yeah! Yeah! Shut the fuck up!
What?
Fuck you.
And...
Fuck you!
Fuck you.
Fuck you!
Mm.
None of that. And there was Malagos. For their deeds of vanquishing Galacron after a large, long-fought battle, they were granted power from the Titans themselves. So the Titans focused their energies through the Titan Keepers which they had created to watch over the planet, and from them empowered these dragons and turned them into the aspects, and also evolved them to the dragons that we know today, or that I, along with Eavdormi, are. One of them, I will bring back up, of course, was Norganon. Norganon had empowered Malagos to become the guardian of all magic, the one charged with, of course, keeping track of it, making sure it didn't get out of hand. And, of course, with this came a great responsibility. Magic is a very dangerous force. Has Norganon quoted, well, as Malagos has repeated in history, I believe that you will find my gift is not just a profound duty, which it is, but also a delight, which it is. Magic must be regulated, managed, and controlled. But it also must be appreciated and valued, not hoarded. Such is the contradiction you must deal with. May you be dutiful and joyous both. That was the blessing that Norganon had put upon Malagos, my father, to guard magic and make sure it does not fall into the hands of those who would do bad. However, that did not quite turn out as we wanted.
Yeah, Pod goes crazy and hoarded all
Yeah.
magic. Yeah, that's kind of
Yeah, pretty much.
unfortunate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, welcome back, Cupcake.
I was munching
So-
on food. I didn't want to get blood inside.
Right.
So, with magic, there are certain amounts of laws that follow it, that one must follow, that one must live by, that one must fully understand. Law 1, magic is powerful. Law 2, magic is corrupting. Law 3, magic is addicting. Law 4, magic draws the denizens of the twisting nether to those who wield the arcane. It is by these 4 laws that us wizards live by, that we understand, that we learn all magic and practice, while keeping in mind. And is what you all must keep in mind. Miss Bluey?
What was the fourth law, real quick?
Magic draws the denizens of the twisting nether to those who wield the arcane.
If the twisting
Did I
nether
see the
starts
what?
coming here, I'm gonna be real fucking mad. I swear, like those fuckers. I
How would they
I
get
swear to
here
fuck.
unless there was a rift? It should be fine.
You don't act
Actually,
like
there's
you
a lot
know
of
what
ways
you're
they could
talking about.
theoretically get here.
Mm.
Don't
do
act
this.
like you know what you're talking about, Astral.
Mm.
It is fair.
They shouldn't come
Cupcake,
here.
yes.
They shouldn't come here.
Is that just hell? The Nevering, whatever, just hell.
I guess you could call it that. It is the realm where demons come from, and it is the realm where all of Fel is originated from. Well, not demons come from. Demons were originally all normal races, all corrupted by the powers of Fel.
Ah. Like the dark
Yes.
Phelan. Okay.
I have been practicing a lot of magic without knowing these laws. Am I gonna get killed by these denizens?
No.
This really only
I'm gonna
applies
be
to
honest,
Azerothian
Lost.
magic. So unless
Oh.
you
I'm gonna be honest,
learn
Lost.
magic via
Oh, thank
Azeroth
goodness.
means, you have nothing to worry about. As long as as much as I know,
Magic.
Faerunian
Oh.
magic does not carry this little issue. Any more questions before I continue the lecture? Right. So, next up we'll be going over the history of the Night Elves. As I stated before, the Night Elves are the evolved form of Dark Trolls. And Dark Trolls had discovered the Well of Eternity and began partaking of its energy. And over time, they were, well, based on the radiation from it, the radiating order magic and arcane energies, they were turned into the Elves. The Night Elves are actually a version of the High Elves. Well, the High Elves technically split off from the Night Elves, and a High Elf is the visage that I take upon. And the Night Elves have purple skin. If any of you have met my Demon Hunter associate, not my sister, despite what they might
Your
tell you,
sister?
that is what they are.
Your sister. Your 100% sister.
They're
You have a
100%.
sister?
See,
No.
even Time Police says so.
Nice.
They're kind of off their not. They're kind of off their. They're kind of
Nice,
off
they're
their
fucking insane.
Out of their fucking mind. They're not out of their fucking mind.
Yes, they are literally mad. Okay, that's beside the point. We're getting into familial matters.
They're just
not
like
really
your
familial
dad,
matters.
okay? It's fine.
Do you want me to punch him?
No,
Don't do that.
because they will punch back, and they will probably do a lot more damage to you than you could do to
No, I
them.
mean him.
Being completely honest. Oh. Yeah. Thank you very much, Captain.
I can't be asked. Bad time to say I have broken ribs.
I'll punch them.
Oh.
You just hit like
Uh,
Lazarus there.
Alright.
Fucking fine, I'll stand up and rock your shit.
Okay.
Fucking.
I'll do it.
Can we
for you. I'll do
not?
it for you.
Can we not fight?
Hey, wait.
Return to
Uh,
Let's stop this and let's continue on with the lecture.
Are you okay, though?
He deserves it. You are not long been waiting to do that. I didn't even hit him that hard. I hit him at like 20% of my strength.
He's just being a little baby. and I
He has
just
soft
can't
scales
hit.
right now. He had a dinosaur hit him in there right after getting it healed.
Shut up
I mean,
and let
to be fair,
Let's
I'm also,
continue.
like, punching is kind of my whole thing.
That's really alright.
I'll be fine.
Okay. Alright, we'll be continuing the lecture. Dormy, cease your cackling, please. Now then.
Oh, I hope your shed fucks up. Oh.
What?
Huh?
So, the Night Elves, or as they are referred to at the time, the Kaldori. Now, the Kaldori had founded a society based upon arcane magic and learning its powers. This society was most famously led by Queen Ajara, the best of her kind, possibly the best wizard, the best practitioner of magic that Azeroth had ever seen up until then. Well, of course, besides my people, the dragons. We're getting to that.
Fish.
So, they did not heed the warning, Kaldori, that magic is corrupting, that magic is addictive, that magic draws the denizens of the Twisting Nether. As Queen Ajara became greedy. She sought more power than she already had, and she looked to the very Twisting Nether that I warn of you today for more energy. In doing so, she had conversed with the Dark Titan, the betrayer, Sargeras, and had invited the Legion, the Burning Legion, an army of demons as vast as anybody could ever believe, could anybody ever think about, It would take years, decades even, to fully calculate their full numbers.
Mm.
Oh, hello, Peep.
Hello.
Hi, Pete.
Just got back from work.
Right. So, they had invited the Burning Legion onto Azeroth. In doing so, it caused the others, those not associated with Queen Ajara, whose faction ended up becoming known as the Highborn. And they were defeated in the end. Well, not without great loss. All the forces of Azeroth, or at least most of them, banded together to defeat them. I'm extremely paraphrasing this because this event, known as the War of the Ancients, is incredibly long and complicated. But during then, Neltharion, Deathwing, had revealed his true nature, as he had been corrupted by the old gods that I had mentioned earlier, that had attempted to corrupt Azeroth itself. And he had convinced them to create a magical artifact known as the Dragon Soul, where all of the dragon aspects would put but a fraction of their power into, and they could use it to focus this power and defeat the Burning Legion. And now, Deathwing had betrayed them all, and he'd used the energy, the power of the Dragon Soul, against the dragons, and against those who would want to protect Azeroth. Doing so, my flight, led by my father Malagos, attempted to stop him, but failed. And most of my people were wiped out in the process. That was 10,000 years ago, and it's been some time since. Right. So, after this, my people had, well, gone into disarray. All of their duties, protecting magic and such, they began to slack on. They retreated to our font of power, the Nexus. And we didn't really interact with much of the outside world for a very long time. During this time, a lot of stuff happened. The, one figure in Night Elf society, Illidan Stormrage, had collected a vial of the Well of Eternity. Yes, saved on me?
Boo!
Right. Illidan Stormrage was once a very, very respectable sorcerer and mage. The Blue Dragonflight had even made contact with him a few times, based on his magical expertise. However, during the War of the Ancients, he made a pact with the powers of Fel, and became the world's first demon hunter. He twisted himself, became more demon than anything else. He's a prime example of what would happen if you fall to the consuming nature and the twisting nether. He had saved a little bit of the Well of Eternity and intended to make a new one. Because, while arcane magic is great, don't forget the law. Magic is addicting. The people had gained a mana addiction. They needed it. Without it, they would go insane. They would lose their very sense, their very being. And so, Illidan Stormrage created the Moonwell. The Moonwell was like a Well of Eternity. However, it was smaller and not quite as powerful. And for his actions of creating this new high-density amount of arcane magic, which the elves had just realized attracted the Burning Legion and was the reason that their world was almost destroyed, he was imprisoned for a very, very long time. But let's fast forward some, shall we? Let's fast forward closer to present day. I believe, yeah, -10, -20, when a certain figure was born. that being Medivh. Now, Medivh is known as a guardian of Tiristfall. In fact, he was the last guardian of Tiristfall. The guardians of Tiristfall are empowered by something called the Council of Tiristfall. The Council of Tiristfall belongs to an organization known as the Kirin Tor. Yes, they have told me.
Oh, I'm just resting.
Oh,
you know,
right. Yes, of course. Now, they belong to an organization known as the Kirin Tor. Now, the Kirin Tor are in charge of the grand magical city, the great magical capital of Azeroth, Dalaran. May its majesty ever stand. That is where I am from, and I am part of the Kirin Tor as well, you know. So,
Yes, we know.
the Kirin Tor appoint archmages, 6 of them to be exact, to the council. This is the Council of Tiristfall. And these archmages, for hundreds of years possibly since the humans ever even started walking, the humans had learned the magic from the elves pretty much, and this whole thing. This will not be on the test, don't worry. Or that part won't be on the test. But the next part very much will. The part being the Kirin Tor and Medivh and all that such. So, Medivh was empowered with the magics of the Council of Six, which he also inherited from his mother. Now, his mother had, in the past, imprisoned a great demonic being known as the Avatar of Sargeras. And, in doing so, the Avatar actually inhabited the previous Guardian's body. And when she became pregnant with her son, Medivh, Sargeras had entered... Oh, yes, Cupcake?
I'm just saying, I'm gonna be disappearing. My ship's about getting pounded.
Oh.
My ship's getting raided. So I have to, like, go now, so...
Okay, bye, Cupcake.
Oh. Alright, then.
Oh, damn.
That was interesting.
Be safe.
So, where was I? Yes, right. So when Medivh was born, there was already a spark of Sargeras inside of him. As he aged, he became a more great and grand wizard, and he ended up taking on an apprentice, that being Khadgar, who then became Archmage Khadgar, a very important figure. Oh, Khadgar. Oh, sorry.
Gay.
Huh?
What?
What?
No, not you. Sorry, I received a message.
Right. Yes, there is.
I was flexing a bit. What did you say for like the past like minute? 2 minutes?
Right then.
Mostly minute.
Oh, Lord. So, there was Medivh. Medivh was the last guardian of Tiristfall. And Medivh had an apprentice, that being Khadgar, who then became Archmage Khadgar and a member of the Council of Six, Council of Tiristfall. So, what did Medivh do? Medivh is responsible for the opening of a grand portal. A grand portal known as the Dark Portal. This Dark Portal linked 2 worlds together. The world of Azeroth and the world of Draenor. Now, from Draenor. Draenor is the homeland of the orcs and the ogres. And from Draenor, they came. The Savage Horde, they were known as. Well, they became the Horde, and they invaded the lands, were driven off in the First War by the United Kingdoms of humans and a group of elves who began teaching them things, actually. And they came back a second time. The Second War. This time, Draenor was breaking apart. All thanks to one certain artifact known as the Eye of Dalaran. Now, this great artifact was so powerful, so strong, it was used to destroy the very fabric of reality around Drenor itself, transporting it to the Twisting Nether, making it a demon world. And it then became known as Outland. The Outland. This is where Illidan Stormrage, who had broken free from his prison, took up residence. And then, after all of that, the humans beat them back again, this time combined with a couple other races, such as the Night Elves and more gnomes and dwarves and such. They pushed them back, and a lot of them were actually kept on Azeroth in camps and such, and forced to do slave labor and other horrible, horrible things. This is not important to our grand story, but this is an important part of history that I must go over. Let's see. Next up, I'll be going over different forms of magic, or different forms of arcane magic, and how it might represent itself. So, of course, there is fire magic, which I personally cannot use, and I don't really. It's not in my affinities. There is frost magic, which is my specialty. And there is pure arcane magic, which I also dabble in pretty well. Now, there are others, less properly known ones, more schools of arcane magic. The first one, abjuration. Abjuration is the study of protective magic. Generalizing it, the user can use abjuration magic to conjure a shield out of arcane energy or ice, frost, water, fire, all that sort of stuff to protect themselves. Next is conjuration. Magically creating creatures and objects, such as how I can summon food. Like this. Or, by combining a little bit of frost magic and a little bit of conjuration magic, I can summon a familiar.
That's new.
That's all. Thank you. Now, there is also divination magic. The school of magic dedicated to gathering information, to learning things, such as scrying, looking at great distances, as if, well, through your naked eye, as if you would be looking at it through a telescope. Then, there's enchantment. With enchantment comes disenchantment. Enchantment, of course, I feel like is pretty straightforward, but for those who don't know, of course, is imbuing an object with magical properties to empower it, to strengthen the user, such as adding enchantment to make your sword on fire, to do extra fire damage, or whatever you might think to do with it. Next up is illusion magic. The art of, well, deceiving reality. I can use it to turn invisible theoretically. Theoretically, I can use it to make clones of myself. You can use it to really do a lot of different sort of things. Then, finally, we have one of the most important schools of magic, transmutation. Now, transmutation is the art of twisting reality itself. Transmutation is how the bronze dragons are able to rewind time, or how I am able to...
Loser.
Teleport. Around. Along with teleportation, there is of course polymorphing, the art of turning something into something else, to immobilize them, to make them weaker, such as what many mages end up doing on Azeroth is transforming a being into a sheep. That's the most common one. I don't ask why, that's just what it is.
Kind of like a running,
and of course,
joke at this point.
I don't know, honestly. It'd be easier, it's a whole thing to get into, and I don't have time for that. Along with that, their spells, though, to manipulate time, such as slow fall, which, of course, as the name
I don't trust any of you with this. You're not teaching. You're not teaching
slow fall.
Maybe.
Yes, I know. Then there is also slow,
I don't trust
which
him.
it just makes someone slower by slowing down their time. I know.
You don't trust me
Now-
with anything.
There are some people who believe in a certain school of magic known as evocation. However, evocation is a bit more of a myth. It's not really a thing. Some people believe it's the way that you gather energy itself into you to be able to cast spells, but the Brule Dragonflight has no evidence of this whatsoever. No, we do not call it evocation, it is simply just gathering magics. Right then. What else must I go over? I've gone over the majority of the things that I wanted to do.
All the
Green magic is derived from arcane. Oh, sorry, not arcane,
yeah.
from nature.
It's kind of
It is not under order or arcane. No, it's actually
Oh,
quite
yeah,
different.
it's
They're very different places on the cosmological chart.
it's a whole other thing, but it's technically a type of magic.
Right. But yes. Simply speaking, Astral,
I had a question. Since most of these guys don't have arcane naturally, will they go through arcane withdrawals?
that is something we'll have to wait and see. However, I will be providing them with a certain amount of arcane magic, as my reserves are incredibly high, because I am very gifted in magic, as I'm sure you've all witnessed.
Yeah.
So, sorry. Well then, are there any more questions? Evelin, please sit down. Asteril, I know you left your seat. Go sit down. Both of you sit down, or I will get this yardstick and start beating you.
You know you won't win that fight.
Drops rock into shirt.
You sit down.
That's right.
No, actually, I've got an idea. Just keg smash.
Wait.
Sit down. Fucking
He's
hell,
starting
by the aspects. You sit down as well.
I'm just gonna go over here.
Get your ass in that seat right now. Sit. This is a lesson place, not a place to bicker and argue constantly. This isn't the halls of Dalaran. Don't you dare.
Old sand dragon.
Shut up.
Let's throw that
Shut up.
at
Sit
you.
down.
I would actually like to learn.
Yeah, me too.
Are there any more questions before we move on to the test? No, then, since Peep, you joined quite late, you will not have a lot of the contexts. So, if you do not want to take the test, then that is valid.
I thought it was like a history lesson before the thing started, but never mind.
Well, pretty much, but a lot of the history will be on the test. Because it is very important to understand this history. Right then, Voss.
For a wizard of my standing in Manipur, would you consider this kind of magic easy to learn for a master of the arts?
Oh, yes. Incredibly.
Like
I mean,
myself?
school children learn this kind of magic. It's very basic,
do.
simple magic. Any of you should be able to learn this and be able to utilize it. Of course, since many of you do not really understand this, I will be giving you a little spark of arcane order magic to kickstart your way, and hopefully that will allow you to actually gather this magic from the weave, the way that most sorcerers and wizards gather their magics. I cannot do that. I am a special exemption to this due to my bloodline. Voss again.
I'm very familiar with that, being a great wizard and all.
Right. Is that all?
Yeah.
Okay, then, any more questions? Esteril.
Can I have a pencil for the test? I didn't bring one.
You didn't pick a pen.
I can give
Put
you
in the
one. I
fucking
brought
thing. There
one.
would be it. Oh yes. Good.
Wait.
I want Louis.
Oh.
Right. Yes, Evelyn.
I can't
How's everyone
write.
going to take it?
Yeah.
Evelyn, I'll read out the questions to you and I'll
pen.
fill them out for you.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Now then. Are you all ready for the test?
I was literally just here to heckle you. I'm gonna be honest.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. I could. If I really wanted
You
to, I
want to
probably
take the
could.
test or not?
No.
I mean, I'm pretty busy with stuff that I'll be doing soon, but I just came to pop in
Fair.
and see if
No,
I could
okay.
glean anything from this.
Alright, I'll be
You
handing
could
out the
take the
test
test
then.
and then
1 second. Let me go grab it.
I mean, I came here late, so I have
Peep,
none
are
of the
you wearing
context.
heels?
My feet are heels right now.
Using like a different body.
Interesting.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the... Okay, that makes sense.
This is the one that lets me do magic stuff.
Okay, that makes sense.
Oh.
That makes sense.
Right.
I was just curious because I've never seen you in heels. You look good in them. I'll say that right now. You look good.
Thank you, I'm slaying.
Yeah. Hey.
So,
I'm the instructor now.
Alright,
I'm
everyone.
happy.
So,
I didn't
in the chat for the
just told me
in the chat for this VC channel, I posted the first test. It is on Google Docs, so if you guys need to step away from your headsets to grab it and do it, feel free to. Just go to the Google link and copy it. Make a copy of it and start filling it out. You can just do like you can either highlight one of the answer that you think is correct, or you can like just write A, B, C, or D. It's all multiple choice, so don't worry that much. You'll need to get 75% or higher to be able to actually pass, and if not, then you will not be able to learn the magic. That is all. And then start.
Question.
Yes.
How many tests are there, or is it just the one?
There's just this one test for this session.
Okay.
We plan on doing more events like these in the future, and I will be doing more What tests exactly then. are we supposed to be learning?
Got
I thought
it.
You said you were the instructor now.
We're going to be going off. We're going to start with. We're going to go through all of the history of Azeroth ever. This is now a history lesson. Snow. Ah! Sand.
Ah, no! The sands of time!
The Caliphara's curse.
Shut up. Test. Test.
Here,
Test.
use his vines to grab.
Test. And Evelyn, I will help you fill out the test. You're just out of character. You can just fill it out, and you can just all say that I did it.
Okay.
Your shoes are now full of sand.
So, from what I remember, I don't know how well I am at learning actual magical magics, but this is like a different kind of magic system I get to learn with, I think. I'm just kind of here for like... Yeah, I'm just kind of here for footnotes.
Oh, right, perfect. I will talk to you after class about it more then. But the people who do pass this test, and just give me them time, I will be bringing them out to the testing range, and they will be trying out the magic. So
Right.
it's starting out with a history lesson, and you must pass the history lesson because there's important things on there.
Technically, I was born around the same time as Lazarghost, but Lazarghost like
Yeah.
is
Lazarghost.
desynced with time because it
Technically, I was
disappeared for
laid.
20
My
years.
egg was laid very early, but
Your-
there's
your-
this side
your-
before,
your
right?
egg was laid when you
Is
were
this
hatched,
multiple
egg,
choice?
like around the same time.
It's all multiple choice.
Oh, I can
Yes,
actually do
yes,
that
all
then.
multiple choice.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Other than Lazarghost,
No,
that's
perfect.
'cause he
Yes, it's
disappeared.
Yeah,
just
I
all
got my
multiple
reading
choice.
ring.
It's no writing.
Okay,
Very
good.
Yes, feel free to do that, and then just
No, he,
yeah,
like
right. Cross off or like circle one that you think is good.
you're
Yes.
just a
And
Okay.
then,
Don't doubt it.
really.
pass the notes back to me when you are done. Just DM me the sheet when you guys are done.
Ooh. Good, I can feel the ink too.
What do you want?
something on your shirt. Yeah, you got something on your shirt.
Cinnamon roll.
You know what? You know what? Pick up the symbol.
It's gone. It's gone. Magic.
I picked it up before it was gone. I picked it up before it was gone.
Oh, fuck.
And
Oh, shit.
you like breathe the hot sand on it.
Oh, fuck that.
I have my ultimate weapon, as it goes. The superheated mana bun.
Our teacher sucks at magic. He's getting his ass kicked.
Anyways.
Damn. I am the teacher now. Should I teach them that? Should I like teach a history lesson here at some point?
I mean, you should. I feel like it would be useful.
Josh, take your
I
test.
mean, it would be like I could.
The teachers are talking.
Hey, I'm almost done already, Lazagos.
It'd be really
We
funny.
share almost the same story.
It'd be really, really funny if like the fourth Astral to do shadow pen training.
No.
Fucked up.
Dude,
That's
he
just
would-
brutal.
he would-
Please,
he would
no.
get- He would get fucked up. He'd get fucked up.
I don't want to die.
You won't die unless you're a wimp.
Okay, then I won't
Here's a
die.
fear back, by the
I'm
way.
not Lazagos.
You can like scare the shit out of him.
You wrote a report about it and like everything. Like I read the report.
Yeah, but it's really funny. You can like scare the shit out of him now if you want.
That's
You
kind
can
of
like
It's really funny.
Alright, one second. I need to start grading tests.
Okay, yeah.
Alright, I'll be in the back room beginning to grade the tests. Thank you, Bluey.
Yes.
Just yes, put the tests on the table and I will teleport them back to my room, back over there.
I'll throw paper airplanes. I like 10
I accidentally did it in fucking Tanner's email, so have this.
Wizard stuff is boring.
That's right,
You
I
guys
don't-
should learn like cool
Still okay.
monk things. I could teach you guys cool monk things. Like learn how to punch real hard, or you could learn how to make like really cool like brews out of your enemy's bones.
Isn't that like?
I'd rather not do
secret
that.
technique?
What?
Did I finish the
Hold
test
on.
first?
I could teach like a brewery class. That could be fun. You guys want to learn like brewery?
I'd always love to
Well,
learn
that'd be
more about
fun.
brewery.
I'd actually go to
Like-
those. I've been trying to learn how to.
I mean, there's like it would be like a
Proportions
little
and
bit
all.
monk. It would be like monk stuff, and then probably like brewery stuff. Cause like I'm specifically so there are several kinds of monks. I'm what's known as a brewmaster. I make brews, and that's why I always throw giant kegs of beer at Lazagos. It's part of my.
Isn't that a bit
I want
wasteful?
to do a baking class.
It'd be fun.
That would be fun.
Bluey.
Oh no, I could totally do like history lessons and shit. Like
We should bake
Lazagos
together
might
more
do
often,
that, but-
Bluey.
We should. I have some new recipes.
Why are you
from my
guys
home-
baking?
not
Because we
new,
don't really
from old recipes
have
from
an
my
oven.
home world. I can show you.
Lazagos is like a nerd and stuff, right? And like he knows like a lot of history, but like I know more than him. That's kind of my like thing. He's also
Yeah,
gone
that's
for
your
like
whole
20 years.
shtick.
Yeah, that's like also kind of my shtick, right? It's I'm like a timekeeper. I keep like track of history and stuff. There's that. There's I'm also it's that plus I like for a time I like was with the lore walkers, and they're
You
pretty
didn't do the second page.
There's a what the fuck?
You didn't do the second page.
My,
Always
flip
check
it
the
over.
backside.
Oh, really? Oh.
Fuck me.
Oh, yeah, there is.
Yeah, I
Okay.
could do a lot of teaching stuff. I mean,
I'm gonna go.
it'd be like
sit
a
over
cool
here. Would you like
history
a donut?
class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm flexing. What was your? Oh,
Donut.
hold on, flexing. What'd you say? You want donut?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a
Alright,
bag
time
of
to
holding. You can
turn
just
this
smell like it's a
in.
bakery. Paul's not a tray of donuts.
Don't give that loser a donut.
I did already. Sorry, dear.
Why?
Don't cool like that. The entire tray's gone
I
already.
would appreciate it if you didn't pass in soaked water. Pages.
Piss. I was writing and I twisted the finger by accident and I did the answers first. I definitely did the answers first.
The entire second page is soaked.
Wait. Here's our tray back.
Oh, thank you.
Okay,
I couldn't help it.
Lazarus, come here. Bring them here.
What?
Bring them here. Bring the papers here. Let me just. Like, time magic is just gonna dry.
There's no answers on there now.
No, I
did.
forward
I
in
did
time.
answer
Forward in time.
No, the water
Forward in-
washed them off.
Oh.
Please read the last page.
Being an let's go. Surely me being
I got
an
all
all-powerful
these.
wizard, you'd think I would know these.
Let me just double check.
Lazagos, come take my test, so you have to
What a
suck it up
shot.
and teach me.
I finally failed.
Oh, all of
Thank
these
you.
are wrong.
It might be a little
failed.
messy. But that's alright.
You're a
That's
liar.
alright. I'll be right back.
I never lied.
You're just worried that I would
Loser.
turn into a better dragon than you, and
Ugh.
I would be way better.
I'm glad it was
at
multiple
your own
choice.
magic. Mhm.
There is
'Cause
zero
I was not able
possible way
to
that you will be
write
ever
notes.
be better at me
Eh.
at time magic.
Oh, I'll be the first. I'll be the first black dragon to be able to. The first.
I don't think any of your kind are like. I'm gonna be honest. This might come off a little like racist, but like I don't trust any of your kind to learn time magic.
Huh.
That's a little racist.
A little bit.
Just
Your
because.
father destroyed. Your father has done irreversible damage to the entire land.
Wait,
He
what?
was a
not
good
trusting
man
you.
and had no choice. Okay, he had
He
no
was
choice.
not a good person. Have you heard
He
about the
was a
shit
good
that he
person.
was? No, he wasn't. Even before he fell to corruption,
Yeah, I don't know.
Kind of just know a
he
little
had
bit
already
about the
created
history.
He already created
Yeah,
a
I don't
bloodline,
know
entire race of
whose that
an
is.
entire race of servants, of soldiers. He had horrible experiments in his lab.
To protect the Dragon Isles, of course.
He
Did you
was a
forget who
deluded
protected it?
madman. He almost destroyed
While you guys
the
traveled
world.
through time,
Uh.
my race was protecting.
I was going to like spin this as a
And
well,
also,
if his
even
father's back,
so,
he's more
y'all
than his
could see
father, but he's endorsing
time.
his
Why
father,
didn't
so never
y'all
mind.
warn the rest of the flight beforehand? Keeper of
Do you not
time.
Do you not understand how this shows you how little you understand about how time works? You think we always just have the answer? You think we always know what perfectly will happen?
I know if I knew time magic, I
Answer's
would make
no.
my alcohol go ferment.
Damn me, your assignment.
Oh, right.
Look. You're not learning time magic. I'm gonna be honest, it's not even just a you thing, it's just anybody here. Lazarus is not teaching time magic. He barely has the capability of doing it to the level, to an extended level.
I already know time magic. I don't need to learn anything.
You use some, but time. Do you know time warp even?
Would time magic be
I mean,
different
yeah,
from here
but I
than
can't really
where
cast
they're
it
from?
here because it's too much mana. Anyway,
I'd imagine.
They can't be like that. I'm wearing the
There's lower
admin
levels of
thing.
it, and like as it get like
Mom
once
ban.
again,
Mom
what
ban.
the Kirin Tor and what mages are able
Wait,
to
this
do
is all the
is
admin
not
building? I thought it was the
insane.
library.
Anything past that is not happening.
Both.
It's both.
Well, yeah, it's both. Yeah.
Okay. Even so,
Because-
Nikki, under the
That
link when
room is
you
where they-
share the document, can you just do
even if
access
we
to anyone
don't
that has the
learn
link,
that far,
so I'm able
why
to
wouldn't
look at
I
it,
be
please?
allowed
Thank
to
you.
use time magic even if it didn't go that far? Even if it was just Kieran Todd
Am I
level?
crazy? I heard. I don't know. I must be going crazy.
And you have, I mean, yeah, if you're
But
able
yeah,
to
the-
learn that
all the
far,
staff
then
members
sure.
usually
I
have
mean, it's not like
meetings
it's
in
gonna
the big table in
break the time way because you speed yourself up.
Am I allowed back there?
It should be working now.
I mean, you can.
Thank
You're allowed,
you.
It's just like when staff are back there, usually you're not supposed to.
The Draxia can go back in
Oh
time,
yeah, no, I'll
like
respect
for a
that
few
one. Staff's back
seconds.
there.
You know, have
Yeah,
you been
it's
back
because the Draxia are genetically modified to
I
be part
accidentally
of all
went
of the
back
flights.
there without being when I wasn't
Yes,
a guild member
they are.
because I was looking for a book and no one told me to brought here and was like, "This is library." I'm like, "Okay."
They inherently
And I
have
saw
some
more books are
bronze
back there
magic.
because the
Yeah,
door was
but
open.
It doesn't change the fact.
I mean, you're allowed to get the books there. It's just like
Right.
I don't think the
when
meeting room is.
is going
I don't
on.
A lot
Don't
of
go in
people
there.
to do time magic.
It's fine if there's
Yeah.
no
Okay,
meeting
to
going
be
on.
fair,
Yeah.
Have you even seen a timeline
Yeah, I can
where
show you
I've
what's
done
in there.
extreme bad yet?
They have the Hydra in
I
there.
already know what's in there. Yeah.
Okay,
I don't like
this
going back
one
there
is
because the Hydra
timeline.
scares me.
Yeah.
And if you could,
I'm
if-
good.
Yeah,
if-
it
Listen
scares
up,
me
listen
too, honestly.
Oh.
Alright,
Let's go
so
back.
The tests have been graded, and I will be going over the answers. So, here's my original copy. Here it is. Answer number 1. What titan was the keeper of celestial magic and lore? This, of course, was Norganon. C. Number 2. What power source did the mortal races first draw from to learn arcane? That answer, of course, being A, the Well of Eternity. 3. What was the first mortal race to harness the powers of arcane? Now, this one was a little bit of a trick question. It was the Trolls, as they end up turning into Night Elves after harnessing that power. Number 4. In what form of magic can arcane not manifest into? The answer here was celestial. That's something monks do. Number 5. What organization is in charge of the neutral city of Dalaran? That would be the Kirin Tor. Number 6. Abjuration is the study of what form of magic? That would, of course, be protective magic. Which of these is not a law of arcane magic? This, of course, was magic is splendid. That is not one of the laws. What magic does arcane originate from? That, of course, was order. What magic is known as the opposite of arcane? And that, of course, would be disorder. Finally, the final question, who was Medivh? Medivh was the last guardian of Tirisfal.
Oh.
Now then,
Oh.
you had to get 7 out of 10 questions to pass. Oh, yes, Raz?
Got 100.
What was 7?
7 was C. Magic is splendid is not a law of arcane magic.
And 6.
So-
Sorry, I it was a little hard to
6 is 6 was abjuration is protective magic.
hear. Okay, thank you.
Right. Now then, only 2 people did fail, unfortunately. I'm very sorry. There will be remakes. Boss.
Huh?
After you did Circuit in Water, Medivh was in fact not the king of the Alliance. I don't even think I mentioned the Alliance. Like, no, I did
you
once.
didn't.
Hey,
You mentioned it once.
Yeah,
None
you
of the
did.
names make sense.
great.
Fucking
Great.
fool.
I told you to
Powerful
take notes.
I do magic, no reading.
No,
That's for
number
nerds.
7 is probably like the most important question on there because the laws of arcane magic are very important to know, and the one. And of course, the question was, one of these is not a law of arcane magic. And Voss, you put down magic is corrupting. That's one of the most important laws.
Maybe we
I
should
mean, I can-
never let him retake.
I can see why you'd
There will
think
be
that,
remakes.
since you're thinking of
course.
Byrunian magic.
Yes, that is fair. And
I know
of
all
course,
kinds of magic. I'm not corrupted yet.
Oh, I've got to go talk with someone.
Yet?
What's up with that
Okay.
boy, by the way?
Bye, Peep.
Bye bye.
Bye, Peep.
Oh, it's just back. I just kind of left it there. It's in my room somewhere.
Right. And then
Well,
also,
maybe it's
Evelyn, I am sorry,
the
but
epic
you
one.
also did not pass the test. You missed 4 questions. You had to get 7 correct. I apologize.
Oh.
Who got the lowest score?
You can borrow my notes
You know,
as
this
well.
is a disadvantage since she's
Who got the
blind.
lowest score?
I'm just
She could
saying.
actually
I
read
mean-
it with her ring.
Yeah, I could read it with my ring.
Oh yeah, I forgot to do the ring.
Mhm.
Never
I
mind.
couldn't. I
And did
couldn't
offer
take
to read
notes
out the
though.
questions to her as well.
Ableist.
That is fair.
No.
I can let you borrow
Oh,
my
yeah,
notes
that's-
the next time you take it. You might have more.
Yes, there will be a remake.
I would
I will be
actually
providing
appreciate
study
that.
material.
And I can also help you study. Funny enough,
No, I have to grade it.
me and Lazarus share interest, even though I hate books.
Okay.
Yes,
I'm gonna go
unfortunately,
I'm gonna be
Astro was
honest,
the one
Astro-
person to get 100
Too bad at
full
it.
points, to get 10 out of 10. Unfortunately.
Your notes.
Oh wow.
I feel like he's got a. I feel like he has like a like.
What do you mean?
I
I got a hundred. I got
Definitely
100
because
out
it
of
is a
100.
I don't know how to
Easy
spell.
to
It's like
remember. I would have
really
said that.
basic history.
I didn't know how
It
to
is.
spell some of the
I
names.
think you have an advantage
I would
because you're
be-
from
I'm
Azeroth.
gonna be honest,
Confused.
as
They're all-
low as
they're
the
all too
bar is for
long.
Astro, like right, or like me, like this is it has to be really low for me to be disappointed even more. If he failed this test, I would be so disappointed. in
I
him.
think the
It's like a
Also,
basic-
the whole like
questions, right?
order and disorder thing really messed me up the most. I thought it was light and shadow.
Out of 10.
Sorry.
It's better
That
than
makes
0 out of
sense
10.
because people can put those
Yes,
like
but you did still fail a
Yeah.
most important
order
question.
and yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not corrupted
I
by
remember
don't-
there
I
being
think it's still
something
pretty
important
corrupt in
about
my
light
case.
magic.
I'm not corrupted by magic.
But I get
I
a
know,
little
magic
bit.
is
I
kind
don't
of
think
magic.
we should
I don't
let
know why
him
I'm here.
learn.
I already know magic.
You have
You
no,
don't say.
you have no like jurisdiction on that.
No, I do
Yeah.
somewhat agree. There will
But-
be remakes, and Voss, I will be
I-
taking your answer to these questions in extreme contempt.
Yeah, I know. I also agree, but Astro, I just don't want like Astro to get this like feeling that his opinion on this matters.
Okay.
I mean, you
that
did
was
good on the
very-
test.
It's
Well,
just
I
because
don't
I'm a
know.
black
Stop
dragon,
fighting.
ain't it? It's just because I'm a black dragon.
It's because you're
Don't
a
bring,
wealthy-
don't bring,
able to pass-
stop this. Don't
Apparently got
bring,
wrong.
don't bring our flights into this, alright? But clearly mine is the best because I'm blue.
You fucking knew. Where is it?
We had the same fucking idea. Hold on. Where's this bitch?
He doesn't go invisible. He teleports. But
Yeah.
I've got one up on him. See, I can look forward in
My
time.
teacher is being abused.
How many did you get wrong, Ellie?
Oh.
Not Ellie, Raz, sorry.
who?
Oh, no, some pretty girl. You only got one wrong? Nice.
I got 4. I just barely
Rookie
failed.
numbers.
That's okay. One of the questions were
Next
kinda... They were kinda...
Next time you get it.
It's because like one of the
Confusing.
questions was like 2 questions basically.
Right, I think...
If I got one wrong, then I would
I
have
know which
gotten
one
the
you're
other
talking
one
about.
I
wrong.
have the perfect example. Palm hamstrike.
Jimmy.
Bitch. Fuck you.
And I know how to
Don't tell me
keep him
to
there.
shoot.
Zap. Oh, the fuck. How
Frost
do you
Nova.
kill him after getting zapped?
Sheep. L. You're a sheep now. You can only speak
It
in
would
bars.
appear as though
So-
something's wrong.
So we're gonna be able to do retest, right?
We are going to. I don't know if it's today. Maybe.
Mm.
I can ask him for you, Steven.
I can ask him.
I've got one more up my sleeve.
Well, this was an interesting day.
Mm.
I think we still have to like learn the spells apparently. Like, but is that happening today?
All right. Next part of the
Why are
lesson.
we?
Those who pass, we're going to be learning spells.
Oh,
We've actually learned the spells and cast them. So I do apologize for St. Evelyn, but we are going to be going to the shooting range to practice these spells.
okay.
Yes.
See you
Please
later.
come back to me after class,
then.
and we can perhaps arrange a time to do a retake.
Okay.
Stop by my
Right
dorm, and I can help you study.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I just wanted to
Come,
heckle you
everyone.
during this part. This is the boring part that I have no interest in.
Bye, you two.
In my defense, I'm the strongest wizard in the Red Wilds, not the smartest.
I'm not even gonna comment.
Well,
I was not able to take notes. That doesn't feel fair.